Hey everyone, it's time for my kids help me teach theology. And I'm here with my daughter,
Trinity.
And today we're talking about one of our favorite stories in the Bible. Who's it the story of?
The little servant girl.
That's right, it's the story of the little servant girl in 2 Kings 5. Now, you might not be familiar with this story, but you'll find it in 2 Kings 5, and it tells the story about Naaman. Now, Naaman is a really bad guy, right? He's a really mean guy. He was the commander of an army, and he invaded Israel. He invaded God's people, and he destroyed villages and towns, and he took this little servant girl. We don't know her name. What should her name be?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. He took Elizabeth, this little servant girl, and he made her a slave. He made her a servant. He probably killed her mom and dad or something. We don't know what happened to mom and dad, something bad probably. And so Elizabeth, the little servant girl, became a slave working for Naaman's wife. Now, how do you think she felt, the little servant girl?
Sad.
Yeah, sad, right? I couldn't imagine how awful this would have been for her. But guess what? Another thing you should know about Naaman is he had leprosy. Do you know what leprosy is?
No.
It's a disease that causes your fingers to fall off or your parts of your body to decay because you can't feel them. And so Naaman had this disease and he was going to die from it. Well, the little servant girl realizes that she could help Naaman. Now, you might not think that she'd want to help him because he'd been such a bad guy, but guess what? The little servant girl, Elizabeth, she decides to forgive Naaman and help him. She says, if you go to Israel, there's a prophet, his name's Elisha, there's a prophet who can help you. And so guess what? Well, we don't have time to get into the end of the story, but Naaman, he goes to Israel and he gets healed by Elisha, and it's all because of Elizabeth, the little servant girl. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
It's amazing because she was willing to forgive this guy who was so mean to her. And it reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses, Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. So the little servant girl, the only way she could be that forgiving is because she felt that she had been forgiven by God. She believed in the promise of God. She trusted in God. And so she was able to forgive other people. And you know what? We can do the same thing. Even when people are mean to us, even when people hurt us, we can forgive them once we understand how Jesus has forgiven us. Well, thanks so much for checking out this video with me and Trinity. We have a lot of other videos with my kids. Please check them out. And please subscribe to our channel.